inside. They are made up of a very light honeycomb structure that will circulate blood through their horns, helping them regulate their body temperature. It's kind of like having a built-in air conditioning system, folks. In some societies, even still today, the Ankole cattle are used as a symbol of wealth. However, you can't exactly put cattle in a bank, so instead they are displayed on properties, and the more cattle someone has and the bigger their horns, the wealthier that person is perceived to be. Now folks, you will notice quite a few lovely giraffes out there as well. Now when you see a group of giraffes together, it is called a tower. So that is a tower of giraffes out there, folks. We will wrap around, so that way we can get a little bit of a better view of some of those giraffes. Take a look up here to the left-hand side. These are the African wild dogs down there. Now, the African wild dogs are also called painted dogs because of their beautiful fur coat. It does look like someone just splattered them with paint. Now, they are part of the canine family, but they are not like our domesticated dog friends back at home. In fact, the African wild dogs are not only extremely intelligent, they are the most successful and the most dangerous predators in Africa. And they're amongst some of the most successful predators in the world. So you don't exactly want to play fetch with them, folks. Coming up here to the left-hand side, those creatures laying down to your left, those are the sable antelopes. Now, the sable antelopes are our icon here at the Harambe Wildlife Reserve. Almost anything with our name on it will also be complemented by their beautiful silhouette. If you take a look out here to your left, folks, you will see a lovely giraffe walking down there. Now, folks, a giraffe when it's born is already 6 feet tall, while a full-grown adult giraffe can reach around 20 feet tall. If you take a look out here to the right-hand side, folks, that smaller giraffe is just a toddler. He's a little bit older than a baby, but he's really not a big kid just yet. Looks like there's another toddler out there to your left-hand side as well. Now, folks, after a giraffe is born, it only takes them 5 minutes to learn how to walk, and about 3 minutes on average after that to figure out how to run. Folks, a giraffe can run up to 40 miles an hour, so they're pretty fast. No two giraffes are exactly alike. Those beautiful patterns that you see are completely unique to each particular giraffe. You'll never see two with the same pattern. Now, sometimes having a long neck doesn't quite cut it for reaching the higher leaves up on the trees. That is where their very long tongue does come in handy. It can reach around 14 inches in length. It's also a very dark grayish color. That'll help protect its tongue from the sun. I've never personally been sunburned on my tongue, but I assume it must be very uncomfortable. Now, these reddish-brown structures kind of jutting up out of the ground, these are termite mounds. Termite mounds are as hard as concrete, and animals like elephants will use them as a scratching post. Once they're nice and worn down, smaller creatures like the antelope and the springbok up ahead, they'll hop right on top of them to help them get a better lookout point for any predators that could be on the prowl nearby. Now, those teeny tiny creatures down there, those are the springbok. They get their name from their ability to spring up to 9 feet in the air and up to 13 feet across. Although they're very little, folks, those are all full-grown adult springbok. They generally don't get bigger than that. Now, those gray creatures out there, folks, those are the white-bearded wildebeest. Now, the white-bearded wildebeest have one of the largest migrations of land animals in the world, with numbers up to 1.3 million. Now, I have a hard time keeping track of my own family traveling on vacation, folks, and there's only 4 of us. I can't imagine trying to travel with 1.3 million of them. That sounds exhausting. Probably very expensive as well. But our teeny tiny springbok fins that we just saw, folks, even when they run, they'll still spring very high up into the air, and that is called pronking. Now, they can pronk up to 45 miles an hour, which does mean that they are faster than our very long-legged giraffe friends. So I think that's pretty cool. And we do have something in common with those giraffes, folks. Just like us, they have 7 bones in their neck. However, theirs will be just a little bit larger than ours, as you can imagine. Same number, very slight size difference, folks. Coming up here to your left-hand side, we're going to keep an eye out for any mandrill that could be on the hill. Now, the mandrill are a species of monkey. They have bright red and blue facial and hind coloring. That'll help to be a little more noticeable. Let's see. Take a look towards the trees, towards the bushes. Oh, there's one down there towards that wall. See a spot down there? Now the mandrill do have tails, even though they're little tails, they do still count, and that is what will distinguish them as part of the monkey family. Now that one back there is a male. They can weigh over 100 pounds. So that's pretty big for a monkey. That's not too large. Isn't he beautiful? The males will have longer fur with some yellow in it as well as much brighter red and blue faces. While females will be a little bit smaller, their fur is generally shorter, but their faces will turn even brighter if they're upset. Now it does look like this road is closed. Oh, I'm sure it has something to do with our lovely elephant friend back there. Isn't he beautiful? Now folks, where there is one elephant, the rest of the herd is usually not too far behind. So we are going to keep an eye out for the rest of the herd. But we are going to have to take the older path down, so it may be a little bit bumpier, but no worries, it's nothing me and my truck here can't handle. It does look like there's a few potholes, so just hang on nice and tight. Alright, there we are. Now we are just going to cross this bridge pulley. That does mean very slow. It's a little bit of an older bridge, but the good news is there's no crocodiles underneath this one. You can see that lovely elephant friend out there to your right hand side. Alright, we did safely make it across, folks. I know that was a little squeaky, but I'm sure that's nothing a little WD-40 can't fix. I'm sure it was quite alright. Now, in better news, it does look like we are entering elephant country. So if you do take a look out to either side, you'll notice lots of tusk marks in the clay. Now, elephants, like the one up here to your left, they will eat small amounts of red clay. That'll help give them minerals they wouldn't usually get in their vegetation diet. Now, elephants are a matriarchal society. Their herds are mostly made up of females and their young. Male elephants are generally much more solitary in nature, and once they are old enough to leave the herd, they only really hang around a few times a year. Let's see if we can find any more, folks. It does look like there's a few more up ahead. I'm a little bit closer to the watering hole. Now, folks, a lot of people ask me, they say, Stacy, how do you know that these are African elephants and not Indian elephants? Well, folks, other than that we are in Africa, so they're, of course, African elephants. If you take a look at their ears, African elephants have a very wide, beautiful curved ear that almost looks like the continent of Africa. Now, an Indian elephant will have a significantly smaller ear. It's a little more pointed on the ends, kind of like a little rectangle. Aren't they lovely? It does look like there's a few more up towards the watering hole as well. Now, this is a very popular watering hole for elephants. Sometimes in the heat of the day, they can be seen stopping by for a drink or even just to splash around in the water. Now, even elephants know the importance of staying hydrated, folks, so make sure you are being smart like an elephant and drinking lots of water. Oh, there's a baby elephant down there to your left-hand side. Looks like she's enjoying a little bit of lunch. Isn't she beautiful? She's about 8 months old now. And although she's very little, she is already over 700 pounds. So she's not exactly a lap baby as much as we would like her to be. In fact, a baby elephant, as soon as it's born, already weighs somewhere between 200 and 300 pounds. Now, these are the greater flamingos. They're one of the tallest of the flamingo species, reaching around 3 feet tall. If you take a look, there's a few gray and white flamingos with dark gray legs. Those are babies. They're about 4 months old, so they're a little bit younger than our elephant friend we just saw. It is going to take them about a year to fully grow in their pink feathers, but if you do take a look, that baby down there, folks, he's the oldest of the group. You can see he's already sprouting some pink feathers. Now, folks, when you see a group of flamingos together like this, it is referred to not as a flock, but as a flamboyance. So this is a flamboyance of flamingos. Oh, there's some beautiful white rhinos back there to your left-hand side, folks, up on the hill. Now, as you can see, the white rhino are not white in color. They do get their name from a mispronunciation of the Afrikaans word weit, which means wide. That is in reference to their very wide rectangular mouths, which are significantly wider than the black rhino cousin, who has a sharp-pointed triangular-shaped mouth. Now you'll notice they are very muddy. Now rhinos do like to roll around in the mud, not only to help keep them cool, but also help to protect their skin from the harsh rays of the sun. Looks like they're all about ready for a nap. Coming up here to the left-hand side, folks, see if you can spot anything up on the hill. We are keeping an eye out. Let's see. It's a little quiet up there. Now, if you take a look back there to your left-hand side, there's a cheetah all the way back there on the hill, and there's another one up here laying down towards the foot of the hill, folks. Do you see her right up there? She's right down. Now, folks, the cheetahs are the fastest of the land animals. They can run over 60 miles an hour, and they can keep that speed going for about the length of a football field, and they do get a little tired. Need to lay down for a bit of a cat nap, if you will. Unlike other big cats, cheetahs do not roar. Instead, they make a very high-pitched meowing sound. It's very cute. Those large